What up, world, and welcome to another edition of the Living the Dream podcast. It's your favorite day of the week. It's hump day, and it's time to get that midweek motivation, man. It's your motivators, your inspirators, Coach Spaulding and Tay.epps. We in the building.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Let's go. Hey, we want to thank all the listeners again for all the love and the support on the podcast. We greatly appreciate y'all. Without y'all, there is no us. So we appreciate y'all.
No, we really do. We really do. And we still know, the pandemic still happening and things like that. And just for y'all taking the time out, that's a blessing. And we appreciate it.
I'm excited because we're talking about something that's very important when it comes to living your dream and making the impossible possible. And it all starts with a mindset. We're talking about a winner's mindset. Like, we believe that the mindset is important when it comes to accomplishing dreams and goals. And without the right one, that possibility turns into impossible. Like winners in particular, they set goals. Winners understand the process. And to be quite honest, winners get things done. As easy as that process sounds, like it's difficult to some, because oftentimes it's hard for us to mentally grasp what it will take when it does get difficult. But it's all about the mindset. So therefore, you have to take the good with the bad. Knowing what you want is okay. What are you willing to go through to take that mindset to the next level? So Tay, tell the listeners a little bit about why mindset is so important.
Yeah, mindset is way more than important. It's everything. It's every single thing, man. Listen, we all have a mind. Like, everybody in the whole entire world has a mind, but everyone's mind is not set to win. Some people just have a mind and it's out for the taking for anybody. Like, when you step out in that world, no matter what you're doing, sports, education, relationship, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish right now, if your mind is not set, anything and anybody can take your mind and just put it on strings, and you have no control over it. You know what I'm saying? Like when your friends talking about you, when that bad health come around, when those finals in school come around, you feel like your job's about to cut your hours. That is the enemy. If your mind not set to win, you easily gonna lose your mind to that. You easily gonna slip on that slope right there. Your mind wasn't even set in the first place, so you done for the count. And that's why it's very, very important. If you really want to win, set your mind to win. Like, tell yourself every day, I'm a winner. Tell yourself, I'm going to get through this. And every little obstacle that you go through and that you about to face, don't look at it as a bad thing. Look at it as an opportunity to show what you made of. That's why the mindset is important.
Yep. So that brings us to principle number one. You have to eliminate excuses. Like we said it all the time, and we're going to say it again. You have to eliminate excuses. So many times we make excuses for why we didn't get things done or why things didn't happen for us in our favor. And in order to develop a winner's mindset, you have to eliminate these excuses. Stop blaming your mom. Stop blaming your dad. Stop blaming your circumstances. Like, stop blaming the government. Stop blaming where you came from. If you have a goal that has a process attached to it, then you don't have time for excuses. The bottom line is that you need to get things done. And excuses gives you an out. It's time to kill the excuses, kill that voice in your head, because it sets your dream back. I don't know how long. The more excuses you come up with, the more you talk about what can and can't be done. Like, the more you procrastinate, the more you come up with things that's irrelevant to pushing you forward, the longer it's going to take for you to get to that point.
Yes, and when you give yourself excuses, you are potentially giving your dreams a point of no return. And I'm going to tell you a little something about excuses. We all know life happens. You wake up, you go to work, the train came, so you got to wait for the train. When you go to work, just take it for what it is. Just tell the boss or the manager, whatever, hey, I'm late. Don't try to have them feeling sorry for you, because truth be told, they probably don't care anyway. Nobody really cares, man. So instead of giving excuses, just think more and set your mind on execution. Execution over excuses. Because when you give yourself excuses, only thing you doing is justifying your lack of, and you making it sweet and okay for you to not accomplish what you did. You making it sweet and okay that you had Monday and now it's Tuesday and you wasted a whole 24 hours. Don't give yourself excuses. Like Coach said, don't blame your mama. Don't blame your family. You need to use your family as an example and as motivation. Your family wasn't nothing. That's fine. But you need to be something so that way everybody else can be something, and your family and your kids won't grow up to think like you did. So listen, execution over excuses. Because when you give excuses, you always lose it.
Can I be real with you real quick? Like, things will come up. Just make the adjustment. Just make the adjustments. Like Tay said, if you come to work late because the train was late, you know the adjustment you need to make. Like, you just need to wake up a little bit early.
Just in case.
You need to wake up. You got to get ready a little sooner in order for that not to ever happen again, because it becomes an excuse. So things will happen. Just make the adjustments.
So I'm going to tell y'all a little trick. Like what Coach saying, you got to make the adjustments. Take the initiative to woman up or man up and go to that professor or that boss and say, hey, I got to wake up a little bit early. I'm late. It was a train. So I'm going to wake up early for now so I don't have to run into that. When you do that, you give them nothing to say. They can't ridicule you. They can't criticize you. And they might even let you slide on it.
Yep. You came up with a solution for the problem.
Exactly.
You came up with a solution to the problem. You've already figured it out. You figured out what the problem was. You solved it. You expressed that to your higher ups.
Exactly.
No excuses, only adjustments. So do me a favor. When you decide to want a winner's mindset, commit to eliminating your excuses and watch how everything changes.
Real talk.
Which brings us to principle number 2. And this is very important, guys. Discipline is key. A winner has great discipline. And that includes a schedule, that includes a routine, a process, and a high level of focus.
Oh, yeah.
A high level of focus. I tell people all the time, I make a schedule. Write it down. Write that thing down on a mirror. Put a reminder in your phone. If your time is all over the place, develop a checklist. It's all about organization. Just like deciding to eliminate excuses, being disciplined is a decision that you must make. You have to make that decision. When you decide to become disciplined, understand that discipline is hard to maintain. At the end of the day, discipline is fighting through temptation. Like, discipline is fighting through the weakness. Like, discipline is fighting procrastination. Like that's just what it is, man. Will Smith said it best, man.
What's that?
He said, self-discipline is the center to all material success. So find some discipline.
Real talk. A lot of people, they like the idea of winner's mindset, taking control of my life or control of your own life. That is the way that you should want to win, because I think if you don't want to be successful or you don't want to be a winner, then you really don't need to have a post, because there's no point in you living, because God, and nowhere in the Bible does it say you need to be a wimp or you need to have fear. The reason why a lot of people can't take control of their life, because guess who has to control that life? You do. And if you want to control anything, you got to have discipline. And that's why when you have a job and you go to work, that's why it's easy for you to perform your job, because your job already has discipline and a schedule for you. But if you quit your job and you want to try to be an entrepreneur, guess who you have to rely on? Yourself. You got to have your own discipline. And a lot of people fail because they don't have self-discipline. Coach is saying the schedule. You got to develop a schedule, because if your time is all over the place, what are you doing? What are you really doing? And that's why a lot of people, when they get off work, Coach, tell me why when they get off work at 5 o'clock, they got up until 12 o'clock midnight when they about to go to bed. They got 4 hours left and they don't do nothing with that time. They don't do nothing with that time because they don't have a schedule. But when they go to work, they in work mode and they following that schedule. So a part of a winner's mindset is to have a schedule. But the only way to have a schedule, you got to have that discipline, man. If you don't have that self-discipline, you're really not going to make it far in anything. Real talk.
And that's going to push us right into principle number 3. This is probably my favorite one, because it means so much to being able to have a winner's type mindset, and that's change your wants into musts.
Oh, yeah.
Understand something, man. When you want something, it's easy to get sidetracked. But when you must have something, you are willing to operate outside of yourself to get what you must have. You're willing to operate outside of yourself. Let me ask you a question. Is paying rent or mortgage a must?
It's a must.
Is buying groceries a must?
It's a must.
Is water a must?
That's the must of the must.
Is air a must?
Hey, listen, if you gotta ask that,
I'm telling you. Let me ask you this: is your dream a must?
And look, that's the thing right there. When you ask the wrong person, they might get quiet on you.
I'm telling you, if your dream is not a must, it will be easy for you to come up with excuses. It'll be easy for you to not be disciplined. But when you make your dream a must, you'll lose sleep for it. You'll put in extra time for it. You'll make it a priority. It will be just as high on the list as rent, mortgage, groceries, water, and air. Like, it'll be all the way up there. So for the sake of your dreams, change your wants into a must.
Real talk. And listen, I'm going to say it like this, man. Change your wants to a must. And the only thing a must is a burning desire to acquire. And I'm going to tell you right now, look, principle number 1 was eliminate excuses. Principle number 2 was discipline is key. But if you change your wants to a must, you'll never give yourself an excuse. If you change your wants to a must, you automatically gonna have the discipline, because you know that it's a battle going on, but you're not battle ready. You war ready. You going into a little battle like you going to war. That's how much you must have it. Real talk. Look, if you know you want to make it to the league, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, whatever, you know that you went out to the club and you left the club about 3:30. You got home at 5 o'clock. You wrote down on your vision board that you're going to wake up at 7 o'clock. That means you got 2 hours. You already know I can't go to sleep, because if I go to sleep, I ain't going to wake up till 12, but I still got to work out because I must work out, because I must make it to the league.
You got to change it to a must. Like, you just move a little quicker when it's a must. It becomes an emergency. My dream is up there with air. My dream is up there with water. My dream is up there with having a roof over my head. When you think about it like that, it is so hard for you to lose focus.
Yeah, look, listen. If your dreams, your goals, your aspirations are not a must, if they are not a must, I don't really know exactly how you're going to live a fulfilling life. Principle number 1, please, guys, eliminate excuses. Principle number 2, remember, discipline is key. Discipline is key. Principle number 3, change your wants into a must. Change them into a burning desire.
Hey, once again, it's your motivators, your inspirators, Coach Spaulding and Tay.epps, saying have a great rest of the week and make the rest of your life the best of your life.
And yes, stay blessed.